Hi, guys. I'm so excited to talk to you, Guillermo. I'm such a giant fan of all your work, and I
Thank
love Pinocchio. I saw it last night. You guys killed it. So, first question: whose idea was it to have Mussolini shoot Pinocchio?
you. Well, we had it early on.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we had it as a shooting squad.
a firing squad on the beach. Yeah, that seemed a little dark.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
a
kind
little
of
dark.
came to our senses.
You guys pull it. You pulled back a little on the darkness on that one.
No, what it was the rhythm. We actually had shot most of that scene, but the movie sort of took a big pause for a scene that was just not necessary. So we said, let's be more reasonable and shoot him directly.
I don't know.
Something very funny about that scene, though. We actually had the poop as one of the characters who was being executed as well.
I think you guys should have just gone. You should have killed Pinocchio more. I mean, you just all the ways you could kill Pinocchio. No, now this is the first movie, Guillermo, that you've ever co-directed with anyone. What was it like sharing those responsibilities with someone else? And Mark, what was it like for you to just be working with an absolute legend like Guillermo?
Well, I co-directed before on Troll Hunters and on Tales of Arcadia, but never to this extent. I actually am very grateful that Mark and I share the weight of this because I don't think anyone should tackle a movie this size alone. And his instincts and my instincts are complementary, but they are also different enough that we have good, beautiful fun doing it.
Yeah, and the doctor is very generous. He's a doctor now.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Congratulations.
Yeah, doctor. But he's very generous with the whole process, and as he said, we really shared sensibilities quite strongly. So it was a fantastic relationship.
I've been married twice, and I have never said yes as much as anyone.
Well, you guys you did just an amazing job. I love stop motion so much. It's one of my favorite mediums, and it doesn't get the respect that it deserves. Have either of you ever discussed or thought about doing like a stop motion horror film for adults?
I discussed with Phil Tippett, Mountains of Madness. You?
No, I never talked to him about it.
No,
I mean, yeah, I mean, it sort of lends itself. I mean, people have certainly done shorts in stop motion that have dealt with horror.
Yes.
So, I mean, it could be done with the right story.
Well, speaking of, are there any other fairy tales that either of you think would be right for the darker sort of stop motion treatment?
I think there's a multitude. There's a multitude, but I think they should be only tackled when they mean something to you.
Yeah. That was what was nice about Pinocchio. We could see the bigger resonance of the story, and it really made sense to tell it now.
Yeah. Now, Guillermo, I've heard you talk about how, I mean, you compared Pinocchio to Frankenstein, right? And how they're about throwing two sons out into the world and not really having a father to take after them so much, and they have to kind of learn on their own. Do you feel like Frankenstein is something that could be reinvented as drastically as you've done with Pinocchio?
Well, I would certainly think so. I mean, I think that whatever is personal to you, Frankenstein is one of those characters that you can use as a metaphor for many things, politics, science, the end of death. I mean, these are characters that are very changeable. You put Pinocchio in the future is AI. You put it in robotics is Astro Boy. You can make it about politics. You can make it about the show business. They're multi-value symbolic figures.
Yeah. Now, I also know that as a fellow collector, you've got quite the memorabilia collection. Is there anything that from Pinocchio that either of you kept?
Well, I'm not gonna say.
I kept one of each of the main puppets, but I'm yet to receive.
Oh, me too. Mark, I won't tell anybody. It's
okay. All right.
We'll just cut this part right out. Don't worry about that. No, I do got to say, Guillermo, I am a huge fan of Cabinet of Curiosities. I loved it so much. I thought it was fantastic. Please tell me that you're going to do a second season.
I don't know yet. They don't tell you. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You have to wait for the wizard to call you in, and then they tell you if you're doing it or not. It can go either way. I mean, for me, it was so much work that is good news, good news. What I would love to continue, because you can sort of protect and make a perfect environment for other directors. But at the same time, it's a lot of work.
Let's make a stop motion horror episode.
Well, if there is a second season, if there is, there will be one stop motion horror, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love that. Are you going to get Mark to direct it?
You know,
I didn't mean to put you on the spot right there. I'm sorry.
I know one thing. Whatever is said casually makes the headline.
That's true.
Well, speaking of,
he's a doctor.
Okay, Dr. Guillermo, I work for Comic Book. So I do have to get one nerdy question in for you. I know you're busy, but now that James Gunn and Peter Safran are running things at DC, if they came to you wanting to revitalize your Justice League Dark treatment, is that something you'd make room for?
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, my love for Swamp Thing and Demon knows no bounds, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You don't get manicure from a big machine. That's what I learned. You lose a few fingers. So I don't know if I want to get a manicure from a big machine. I'm too old. As Danny Glover would say, I'm too old for this.
I totally understand, but I would love to see it. Just for the record, you handling any of the Justice League Dark characters would be amazing to me. Guys, I loved Pinocchio so much. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with me today, and good luck with the rest of your day.
Thank you.
See you later.